Hey, it's Sam here from KitchenGadgetsClub.com and also the voice behind the popular Kitchen Gadgets podcast, Magic with Gadgets. Today I've got one that I've been wanting to deliver for you for a long time, but I've never quite been able to find the gadget that does the best job. So unless something's perfect, I just don't want to be sharing it with you. But I finally found a gadget that does the best job at it, and I'm talking about my beloved Speedi. Because what I'm talking about is Diet Coke chicken, or you can use Pepsi or Dr. Pepper if you prefer, just whatever your choice of drink is. So I've made myself a Diet Coke, and I've chosen Diet Coke in this recipe just because it's the most popular for it. So cheers. So that's my drink. And then I've also weighed out 500, just short of 500 ml, just short of 2 cups worth of Diet Coke for the actual recipe. And if you've not had this recipe before, Diet Coke chicken, it's nothing like Diet Coke gammon, which we also have on our website. It's I find it difficult to describe it because it doesn't really feel like it fits in with a particular cuisine. It's like a sticky, tangy version of a Chinese chicken. So you've got the lovely flavours of it going on, and it reduces, and that really does bring out the flavours of everything that's going on in the recipe. And for ingredients, so if you're imagining the flavours, we've got balsamic vinegar, Worcestershire sauce, tomato ketchup and tomato puree, garlic puree, ginger puree, salt and pepper, and of course some sweet paprika, as well as the Coke itself. And if you're wondering where this trend came from, then it's been around quite a while now, but I remember it doing the rounds among Slimming World and Weight Watchers. But when you did that, you didn't have any ketchup in, and you used a large quantity of tomato puree. So you can mix and match between those ingredients. But it's a really delicious one. And what we do is you need to reduce the sauce, so you have that lovely sticky texture. And that was the problem, you know, air fryers and things like that, they struggle to reduce. But with a Speedi or a Ninja Foodi, you can put it on a saute and you can reduce it that way. So it's like getting the best of both worlds, really. And it's just such a simple recipe to do. 3 to 4 medium to large chicken breasts, and then we're going to dice those first because then they can all cook together, and we can add in all the ingredients into the Ninja Speedi. And then we finish by popping the chicken in last. So you've got all the liquid ready to go first, and then the chicken goes on, lid down, we steam air fry it, and then when it's done, we put it on a saute to reduce it. And then what we can also be doing is, whilst it's reducing, we can be doing some rice to go with it, and then you've got a lovely rice and chicken dish for dinner. So, shall we get started? So Dom has been kind enough to dice me the chicken, and then we popped it back on that plate for you so you can see how much we've got. And we're going to start by removing this because we're not using this in this recipe, so you can just put this to one side. And now you've got the basic cooking pot. So we're adding in our liquid ingredients first, and then, like I mentioned, the chicken last. So starting off with our Diet Coke. Doesn't matter if you have the fizz in. And then second on the list, we're adding in the vegetable stock. You can use vegetable stock or chicken stock in this recipe, depending what you've got in, of course. And then a little bit of balsamic vinegar. And then I haven't got much left in here, so I'm going to use all of my Worcestershire sauce that I've got left. And then I've got this measurer, which is 1/3 of a cup. So this is 80 ml. So you want to be adding to this the tomato puree. And then same again, but this time with ketchup. If you'd rather, you can do all ketchup, or you could go all tomato puree. Totally up to you. So then look at that. That can pop in now as well. And then grab out a wooden spoon and give it a quick mix. And what you have there, that is your liquid base. So you're now ready for seasoning the chicken and popping that in as well. And you want to start with a good seasoning of salt and pepper. And then a sprinkling of sweet paprika. Then grab a teaspoon and add in some ginger puree. Then the garlic puree. And then that is the main ingredients for your chicken. So now get your hands out, make sure they're nice and clean, and we can start mixing together the chicken and then popping it into the cooking pot. So I find it easiest to do this on dinner plates, but you might have your own preference. Obviously I don't slice the chicken on here because I don't want to mark up a nice plate, but it gives you a nice area to work from. So now that chicken could go in. So pop it in your cooking pot, and then I'm going to go and give my hands a good wash, and then we can get it on. Hand wash later, and let's pop the lid down. Pop on your Speedi, and you're looking for the steam air fry setting, which as you can see here is 2 down from the top. And then you're looking for a temperature of 180 Celsius, that's 360 Fahrenheit. And then for the cooking time, we're looking for 12 minutes, and then press start. Do you have a Ninja Foodie, Ninja Speedi, air fryer, flex straw, instant pot, or even another electric pressure cooker or air fryer brand? Then you need our multi-cooker time and temp guide, loaded with the times and temps for all your popular foods organised by function, featuring sections for the dehydrate, grill, steam, steam air fry, steam roast, pressure cook and air fry. You will love it. I let Sophia loose with a copy so she can show you just how amazing it really is. But the best bit is the magnetic strip that lets it sit so perfectly on your fridge. Plus, it's less than £5. Simply search Multi-Cooker Guide Sam and Dom on Amazon, or go to KitchenGadgetsClub.com/books to grab yourself a copy. And we've beeped, so you're ready for bubbling chicken, and you won't be able to smell it across YouTube, but oh, it smells so good. Oh, I can't wait to have some of this again. I've had a few rounds of it recently. And there you have it. As you can see, the steam's gone a bit now, but it's just lovely, lovely, bubbly flavoured chicken at the moment. So our next job is to reduce. So you want to pop your lid back down, to turn it back on again, and flick it over, and you want it on saute. So saute, high 5, and press start, and then we can leave it in the background to reduce whilst we cook our rice that we're going to serve with it. So I've got there the equivalent of 1 cup. I can never remember what it is in grams, but Carl's going to put it on screen for you now. So that's the grammage of it, and we're using our multi-cooker time and temp chart. So if you've not grabbed a copy of this yet, it's brilliant for different types of multi-cookers. So for example, we've got the Instant Pot here, so you've got the pressure cook section there for the Instant Pot. We've got an air fry running in the background, so we've got air fry. And it's also brilliant if you've got steam air fry, steam grill, dehydrate and such like. So it's just brilliant for this kind of thing. And I can quickly go from it and see, that's how long it's going to take to cook the brown rice, the measurements and everything. And then I can have the air fryer running with some chicken breast so that I can have chicken and rice for dinner. So it's just a brilliant all-rounder, and it's less than £5. I mean, isn't that a brilliant price? And it's got a magnetic strip on the back so you can attach it to your fridge. And even better, if you're buying off Amazon, there's a Kindle option, which is even cheaper if you just want it on your phone. So shall we get on with this recipe? So first of all, what I recommend is you grab your rice and then you give it a really good rinse. So we're just going to give it a quick rinse now. So Dom has rinsed the rice for me. So now we've got the brown rice ready to go in. So then you want to pop your rice into your cooking pot. And look, there's only 1 cup in there, but honestly, how much room it takes up, that's when you can actually see that we've used the mini. Because I think on the distance shot, it could look like any of them really. And then also, It's 1 cup of brown rice to 1 1/4 cups of liquid. We've used vegetable stock here, but you could use just water if you prefer. And when you dive into our multi-cooker cooking guide, in the pressure cook section, we mention the ratios for it all. We also mention the cooking time and what release to have. So let's say 5-minute delayed release is listed as such and all that kind of stuff. So now let's add in the stock. Then grab yourself a wooden spoon, give it a quick mix because you don't want any of it above the liquid line, and then it's ready to go on. So pop your lid on. So press pressure cook and you're looking for 18 minutes and then wait a moment because it's one of those that automatically starts. So we're just waiting and it's on now, and then when it's finished, allow it to do a 5-minute natural pressure release before releasing the remaining pressure, and then release the pressure and press cancel. So we've done a good size saute whilst we've got the brown rice going on. We are now on 14.5 minutes of a saute. So we find somewhere between 12 and 15 minutes is perfect. So don't worry about overcooking it when you just leave it sat there for a bit. And then I'm just going to turn it off and then show you what it's like. So what you're looking for is for the liquid to have halved. I'm just going to wait a second for the steam to go away and then I can show you what I'm talking about. So now you can have a look. Now the steam's gone a bit and you can see just how much it's reduced. I mean, oh, look at that chicken, doesn't it look fabulous? And then for the sticky sauce, let me give you a close-up of the sauce. It goes lovely and thick. I just love the sauce, it's just so nice. So you can just mix the chicken right round and it's ready then for serving. And this chicken is just seriously pull-apart chicken. It is absolutely amazing. So now we can put that to one side and wait for the rice, and then we can serve it all together. So it's done its 18-minute cook time, it's 5-minute natural pressure release, and we now can release the remaining pressure. So press cancel on it, and then flick it over from sealing to venting. You won't have much steam left in it now because it's been sat there for a bit. And of course with making rice, the liquid soaks up into the rice as it cooks. Oh, and it's finished already, wasn't that quick? So now, to check out your rice, give it a good fluff up. And I'm just going to wait for the steam to go. In the meantime, we can add in some extra ingredients into it, can't we? Let's add in, you can either use some butter or some vegetable spread, depending on what you prefer. I'm just doing a couple of small spoonfuls of it there because it's lovely to have buttery rice. And then of course, salt, pepper, and then you can add some parsley or some coriander depending which one you prefer, and then just give it a quick stir. The butter will melt into it as you're stirring it, so it's just a perfect way to quickly bring your rice together. And then look at that, you have rice. That brown rice look amazing. Can you believe how easy it is to just do brown rice using your pressure cooker? It's brilliant, and it really doesn't stick to the bottom like it often does with other ones. And then take a closer look at that rice, doesn't it look amazing? And now it's ready for serving. And the side of the cooking pot's still quite hot. And I've purposely left a little bit around the edges just so that you can see that it really doesn't stick when you do brown rice using your pressure cooker. And there, look at that, you've got a lovely, lovely bowl of rice there ready for dinner. And this is perfect for 2 people if you're having a curry. And that is just how simple it is to do rice using your pressure cooker. So this is the rice that I've already prepared using the pressure cooker. And now it's time to serve it with some of this lovely chicken. Oh, I mean, look at that sauce, it's just amazing. This needs to be our new favourite for for the Speedi, it's just so nice. And then what I like to do is I like to grab the cooking pot and drizzle some of that lovely sauce over it. So, shall we tuck in? I can't decide whether the brown rice is nicer than the chicken. That brown rice is amazing. Look at that chicken. Oh, this is just so good. And then check out that sauce. Oh, lovely. It's reduced perfectly as well. Oh, that is good. That is heaven. That is what I would buy a Speedi just for this. So just check that out. It's just so easy to make yourself at home. And the chicken recipe, it's just very basic ingredients. Most of them you'll have in your pantry already. I mean, I always have Worcestershire sauce, balsamic, ketchup, tomato puree, all those kind of ingredients are my go-to already. And then when you've got some spare chicken breasts, or you could also use boneless, skinless chicken thighs if you prefer, they're just as good. And then it just comes together so nicely using your Ninja Speedi. Thanks so much for watching our YouTube video. It feels so amazing that you've stuck around to the end. And of course, that must mean that you like our videos. So why not also follow us on social media? You can find us at the Kitchen Gadgets Club on Facebook and on Pinterest, TikTok. We're Kitchen Gadgets Club. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel for more great videos like this one. And you can also find us at KitchenGadgetsClub.com, where we have a membership that shares brand new kitchen gadget recipes every week. And we also have lots of great ideas, resources, tips and tricks. And we are an ovenless kitchen, so we teach you exclusively how to cook with kitchen gadgets. And a ciao for now.